Do you hate the thought of working past 55 or 60? Do you hate not being able to live the life you deserve today? Do you hate not knowing what your financial future looks like? It's time to stop doing what you hate. Here's your host, Mr. Harold Green.
Aloha, everybody. This is Harold Green, and it is time to stop doing what you hate. I hope you're having a fantastic week. I am super duper excited to be sharing today's show with you. Can you believe it? This is episode number 52. That makes for me one whole year of recording shows. And I think I may have missed an episode because I was sick, but this is show number, I believe, according to Rishi, this is show number 52. And boy, am I excited to talk to you guys today. I'm excited to share with you guys today. And the title of the show is called Winning. That's right, winning. And there is a lot that goes into winning. And I just want to share with you guys a few things that you can do to make sure that you are in position to win. Because if you're not in position to win, guess what? You're definitely going to lose. Because there are forces of nature, there's forces out in our universe that they're constant, they continue to move, and you have to make sure you are continuing to move and to progress and to grow as well. So are you guys ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys real quick about my mindset of winning and where I got this from. And the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to give yourself permission to win. That's right. You're going to have to give yourself permission to win. And then number 2, you're going to have to adopt a belief system that has winning built into it. And for me, I'll just share with you guys straight up. I'm a Christian. That's what the word that people use to describe those who follow Jesus Christ. They call them Christians, from Christ or whatnot. I don't fall into the typical Christian religious thing that most people do, because I've surveyed the land, and some of it I don't like, some of it I like. So I like to take matters into my own hands, and I like to understand and to know the truth for myself, because if you continue in the truth will make you free. Some people say the truth will set you free and so on and so forth, but no, it's the truth that you continue in that will make you free. Just like if you continue to work at your job, you will make money, okay? And we'll get into a little bit of that in a second, but I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about John 10:10, and that's in the Bible. And John 10:10 is one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible, because it says, the thief comes only in order to steal and kill and destroy, period. I came that they may have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full till it overflows. That sounds like winning to me. I don't know about you, but that sounds like winning to me. And in my belief system, it's full of winning, and it comes with warnings, of course, things that you should do, right, in order to maintain the winning, and then in order to help others win. And that's what I want to do with my life, is I want to help others win. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about is winning, and then some of the things you can do to prepare yourself to win. And so let's get into it. So the first thing that I think you can do to help prepare yourself for winning is get yourself free. Many people are stuck in their minds in first gear. And if you guys ever heard a car in first gear, you start off fast, like boom, and then it starts to, if you don't shift the gear, it just starts to make that whining sound. It just whines and whines and whines. And anytime I get around people that starts whining all the time, it means to me they're stuck in first gear. They can't find the clutch and they can't find the shifter. They don't know how to shift into the next gear. And part of shifting into the next gear is things like, letting go of the past and moving on and moving forward and not looking behind you, except to get an understanding of where you come from. And so you want to make sure you're not stuck in first gear. And a lot of it is it has to do with cleaning up your mind and freeing up your mind and things of that nature. So one of the things I've learned is like I've had to literally grow my mind. I had to expand my thought process, and I had to expand the way I go about things, and change the way I go about things. And so you're gonna have to grow your mind. And sometimes, people say, well, you have to get rid of old thinking. That's not necessarily true at first. The first thing you have to do is grow your mind and put things in there that will help assist you in getting rid of old thinking. And it has to do with your belief system, or getting rid of bad thinking. It has to do with your belief system. And so when you adopt a belief system that has winning built into it, it automatically begins to help you to get rid of things that hold you back. And one of the things I love to do to prepare myself to win, I love quotes. I really love quotes. And I know Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And yesterday was New Year's Day, but I've only taken off like one day, and so there's some things that have to happen. I'm in the office today recording this show, and so last night I was like, okay, so tomorrow's going to be a busy day, so I need to start getting better at preparing to win. And one of the things I'm doing to prepare to win is losing weight. And losing weight is a big thing for me. It's been a struggle. Things have been extremely stressful. I know that's probably no excuse, but there's reasons why for me I have not been able to succeed in the area, but it has a lot to do with preparation. And because I'm so busy, there's two things I have to do. Either I have to prepare for myself, or I have to hire somebody to help get me ready. And if we look at that, and I'm really thinking about starting to, hire someone to help prepare to get me ready in regards to my dieting and things like that, like, prep meals and so on and so forth, because it's very, very important. I look at it like sports, right? Athletes, they have trainers, and they have cooks and chefs, and they have all these people on their team that help get them ready to win. It's really hard performing at a high level, trying to do everything on your own, because you just can't. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So I love quotes. Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare and someday my chance will come. He said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I'll spend the first four sharpening the axe. That's very important. A lot of times people like, okay, yeah, my opportunity is coming. Yeah, but if you're not ready for it, you're going to blow it. All right. So I believe everybody's going to get their 15 minutes of fame, but if you're not ready for it, you're going to blow it. And I see so many people complaining that they don't have opportunity, they don't have a chance. And here's something that I come across, and it's by I can't say his name. It's an African guy, Idowu. I'm not even going to say his last name, but I think he wrote a book called Wealth for All: Living a Life of Success at the Edge of Your Ability. And he said, opportunity does not waste time with those who are unprepared. Okay. Opportunity does not waste time with those who are unprepared. And so a lot of times we find ourselves trying to recover from our day or life or whatever it might be. And it leaves us with very little energy to actually prepare, for the next day or for the next opportunity that's coming your way. And that's something I think I've gotten a little bit better at, is not filling my day so full that I'm just like maxing every bit of energy I have and I don't have anything left to get ready for tomorrow. I mean, I think that's a grave sin, because when I don't prepare for tomorrow, I end up losing in one area or two, or not taking advantage of, some things that I could take advantage of. And so we need to grow our mind, and we need to start putting wisdom in there that will help us get to where we want to be. Another one of my favorite guys who has quotes. I mean, he has quotes for days, and that's Zig Ziglar. So, and you can just kind of go look him up and read through some of his quotes. And one of the quotes he said was, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." I know I built that rapid retire program just for that particular reason. A lot of people are not ready to retire yet, and they think everything is great. But yeah, at the same time, you're going to have to plan for greatness in retirement. And so it starts early, instead of waiting for later. Another one of his quotes, he said, motivation gets you going and habit gets you there. So, before I used to go to a church, they were really good about motivating you and getting you like all hyped up to go, tackle the world and things like that. But that motivation was great. But I've also heard that motivation is not lasting. Motivation wanes. Motivation gets stale. Motivation, it kind of goes away. And now what do you have left with? Right? It's the habits that you form. And so that's another good thing that we're going to have to do is getting ourselves in the right habit mode, right? And the right modes of habits, creating good habits, whether it's in our dieting, which I'm working on right now, whether it's exercise, whether it's with your family, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your relationships, you're going to have to start creating better habits. And I know that's one of the things that take down many successful people. And that's why their success is so short lived, because they have bad habits. You can achieve all the success in life, but if you have some bad habits, you're not going to be able to stay there. And that's a very important thing. So we talked about like getting out of first gear. We talked about growing your mind. And then as you grow your mind, then you can start getting rid of some of the small mindedness, some of the small thinking that you've had before. You're going to have to enlarge your thinking and start thinking about bigger things. I know a lot of you who listen to me, you do a really good job of that. You do a really good job of stretching and getting prepared for bigger and bigger things. So I want to congratulate you on all your successes. And there is definitely more to come, because this thing is not over. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, or the second to the last thing I want to talk about in winning, is I want to talk about the jump around. There's a group out there called House of Pain, one of my favorite groups, and they came out with this song called Jump Around. I think that's the name of it. And basically, I see a lot of people jumping around in life. They jump from one financial strategy to the other. They jump from one success coach to another. They jump from one investment firm to another. They jump from one thing to one diet pro. It's just a progression of jumping. And a lot of people are in the habit of hopping from here and hopping to there and hopping to there and here and there. And one of the things I've learned is that you never get anywhere by jumping around. Okay. One of the things you have to do is stop the jumping and start to become a master of something. And I was sharing with a friend the other day about something that had happened to me. And, he was really excited about it. And he said, Harold, that's the best news I've heard all day. It's like it happened to me. And I said, yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about all my friends. Their successes are my successes. Their wins are my wins. And my wins are their wins. And we were talking about mastering. Somehow we got on the topic of mastery, and he gave me this quote by a book he was reading, someone in a book he was reading, and it said, "You have to become great at one thing and a novice at one thing." And we look at our jobs and we look at our careers, and we really do our best to master our work. And with a retirement program, I've done my best to master 3 key financial components: cash reserve systems, cash flow management systems, and income generation systems. Those things are very, very important. But I would never have gotten here had I not decided to just stick with something, stick with something, stick with something, stick with something, and stick with it. And then from there, it led me over into the investment world. And then from there, it's, when I first got started, I spent pretty much almost every day for like the last 18 months learning something about the investments, the portfolios. And I really wanted to master investing and just really master it. And so thankfully, some of the portfolios are up 40%, some are up 50%, some are up 10. It just kind of depends on the clients and, risk tolerance. And so all investing carries a risk of loss. And so before you do invest, you have to check with your investment advisor and make sure you have the appropriate risk tolerance. But for me, it was just mastering that and mastering the portfolios and just trying to get a handle on it. Although we can't read the future, there are some things you can kind of look at and make some decisions based on that. But no matter what you do, you're going to have to master something. And I want to share a little bit about, I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people over my lifetime. And I see people that are very diligent, that work really, really hard. And one of the reasons I feel they're not successful is that they're working hard at the wrong thing, like a dead end job, or, the boss takes advantage of them. If you're out there and you really want to be successful, you got to look at the amount of time and effort that you're putting into something. And then you are going to have to decide whether or not that's where you want to be. And if you're happy with that, and you're winning, and you feel like you being happy is winning, then it's more power to you. But if you're wanting to change and you are not winning, you're going to have to look at doing something different, something that may be out of your comfort zone, but you're going to have to start to prepare for it before you launch yourself and get into it. And that's one of the things I did too. Before I got into things, I researched them, I studied, and then I launched out and I had success, but only after I had studied it and counted the cost. And so master something, no matter what it is, master something. Now, if you want to be successful financially, you're going to have to master something that will give you the ability to have massive financial success. If you work at McDonald's and you master the fast food business, the next step for you is maybe becoming a general manager of a chain or starting your own. But there are opportunities that will come your way once you begin to master something. And the last thing I want to talk about is winning requires a team. And right now, guys, I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent in the sense that I have space available to assist you. Now, nobody gets to where they are, in terms of true success without having some kind of team assembled to assist them. And I've talked about this, and you've heard the saying, teamwork makes the dream work. If you have a dream and you have a vision and you share that with your team, the people on your team should be spending their time doing everything they can, working with you to help you reach those goals. But you're going to have to be honest, assemble the right kind of team. And again, I'm a free agent, I'm available. And so if you definitely want to have someone on your team that's totally invested in your winning, then I'm your guy. But if you're not interested in winning, then maybe I'm not your guy. You have to figure that part out. So think about it. Give me a holler, 808-521-4401, or you can go to my website, retirenowretirewild.com, and then download the Game Changer form, complete your information, and then I'll be in touch with you to help you start to win. And until next time, everybody, 1, 2, 3, let's get it.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.